arcade block for March 2015. So let's take a look at the arcade block, which arrived with me in the UK today, which you can probably see is Saturday the 14th of April 2015 by the sticker that Royal Mail have left on the top. This was trying to be delivered, I believe, on Wednesday, but I was at work at the time, so I wasn't able to take the delivery. But we've got a nice box. Pity about the sticker. We can't do anything about that. You can see the console look here. Delivery time for this one was about a week to the first delivery attempt, so slightly slower than the Nerd block I got recently, but still decent, particularly considering there are several subscription boxes which were ordered and dispatched from the US way earlier than either of those, which I'm still waiting for. So that's the box. Now the more interesting bit, let's take a look inside. I'm just going to try and cut this live, which isn't the easiest thing in the world with one hand, but it seems to be largely working. Apart from the tough bit at the end, of course. So let's see how that's done. Yes, there we have an opening flap. So I haven't looked. There's a customs declaration at the front, which I know lists the items, but I've deliberately not looked at that. So let's open up, and there's a nice hash arcade block for anyone who's tweeting about this, or who wants to talk about what we're doing at geeksubscriptionbox.com. So I can immediately see we've got a t-shirt here at the top. In fact, I think we may have two t-shirts looking at that, so let's take them one at a time. Let's start off with the first t-shirt here. Nice colours. That's upside down. Let's work out how to do this one. Nice large scale logo, and you can see that there. Presumably of a gamer looking through a window, perhaps. Oh, perhaps Final Fantasy there. Anyway, it's a nice stylish colour. I like the colour scheme. Black and green always works for me, so definitely one there that will get worn. So there's t-shirt number 1, and we've also got t-shirt number 2, which is in more of a bluey purple colour. Now, quite where this one's going to go, because I hadn't planned for two t-shirts. For now, I'll just put this over the top. Big logo. Let's open this one up again. Radio Free Kairat with Rabbi Ray Rana. It's not one that I can immediately place the reference for that, although it's a nice powerful logo. There's probably a booklet in here which will tell me more about that one. What else have we got? Stress controller works with all games. So this is an interesting one. Joystick shaped stress ball. Well, this is fun. I like stress balls. They get more use than they should, but it's probably end up in my desk at work, where we seem to get through these. It's a nice fun item made by Asubo. Designed in the UK, made in China. So this one has had quite a long journey to get all the way around via the US, via China, back to me. And coming from Palandone Products, Brighton Road. Looks like Brighton, seaside on the south coast of England for people outside the UK. So it's a nice little item there. Let's go for what I think may be a notebook made in China. Let's go the other way. It's a Game Boy looking notebook, or perhaps some other handheld device. And oh, that's useful. It's post-it notes. I was just thinking I could do without another notebook this month, but one thing I can always use more about is post-it notes. They end up being placed on all kinds of things I'm working on. So a big stack of yellow post-it notes, various mini highlighter notes, which I find really useful when I'm reading, and also some smaller notes. So that is a really useful item, the kind of thing I would buy, and the Game Boy-like logo just helps. Then we've got a Street Fighter here, Ryu. And what's Ryu bringing us? LED torch with Hadouken sound. So we can try Ryu, so let's try him. Is it that one? Remove isolation tab from reverse. Okay, well we won't try him until I work out what to do with him, because it's the kind of thing I know I've got some friends with young children who would love this kind of little present. But LED torches, very bright, very powerful. You can never have too many of those. Another nice keyring. I just wish I had more keys for all these keyrings I get. Just one of the slight downsides perhaps of some boxes when you get very similar items. But Street Fighter, classic. Can't help that one. And our final item, Batman Arkham Knight #1, $3.99. Direct sales. I think this has got Arcade Block logo in the corner. I'm fairly sure this is a unique cover for this collection. Yeah, it's nicely boarded at the back and nicely bagged, so it will be being open to read, because I do enjoy Batman. I'm not completely sure how quickly Batman fits in with the Arcade Block theme, but as items go, this one suits me very well. So we've got the cards in here, so let's start up. Double shirt month. So we've got Radio Free Cry, we said, and then a question mark. So let's just say what the second shirt is, although that one of video gaming was quite obvious. We've also got the Street Fighter LED flashlight, which you mentioned, the stress controller, really useful there, the Noteboy sticky notepad, use it to draw maps and make notes, well, just use it for general day-to-day life. And we've got the Arkham Knight. Oh, and the link here is that the video game in June will be Batman Arkham Knight. So there we go. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me that much more about the t-shirt, but I expect somebody will write in the comments. It'll be a very obvious reference there that I haven't picked up on. And oh, Shirt Punch joins the block. That's a card in here. So what's that about? New designs every 24 hours for only $10. And right, so it says find a second shirt picked at random in your block this month. So that's where the second shirt has come from. So I do like a lot of these shirt companies that do new designs for 24 hours. There's some really cool ones. And of course the Shirt Punch logo is brilliant. Hope there's room for more of those on the block. Unfortunately, I've now got as many t-shirts as I could wear and then some this month already, so I don't need any more, but there are certainly some decent designs in there. One thing I do like at the bottom it advertises hoodies and long sleeve shirts. I personally like to wear long sleeve shirts, so it'd be good to get more of those in some of these boxes for a bit of variety. But I'll have a look later on shirtpunch.com, find out more about that site. I think it may be a rebranding of an existing site. So let's find a way to display all these interesting items. Let's start off with the t-shirts. I think the 2 t-shirts for the price of this box, which I remember is just over £20, just over $30, is pretty decent value. I slightly prefer the black and green one, which is the game controller. But that's to be understood, because they certainly both get worn. You can never have too many shirts. So there's the shirts, and there's the arcade block box, and we'll just put some of the items here in whatever way. They will all probably fall over in a minute, which makes some kind of sense. So there we have all different items, the comic, the post-it notes, the stress controller. We've got the Street Fighter keyring in the box, the 2 sheet t-shirts there. I think this is a really good collection. I think this is probably, out of the different Nerd Block themed subscriptions, the one that suits me the most, because I always enjoy the classic gaming and retro gaming, and having a comic in there and a couple of 2 t-shirts is a real bonus and really adds up to the value. So have a look at this. What do you think? Feel free to leave some comments against the video or on the blog, and I'll see you soon again with another unboxing.